US President Donald Trump has initiated a significant overhaul of the famous reflecting pool at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. On Saturday, April 25th, workers were seen lining the bottom of the iconic water basin with blue material typically used in swimming pools. President Trump had announced his plan on Thursday, stating in a White House video that the reflecting pool, a landmark before which civil rights leader Martin Luther King gave his historic "Tells I Have a Dream" speech in 1963, was full in terrible condition. He described the pool as "is dirty and filthy," claiming it had leaked like a sieve for many years. This project marks a notable intervention by the president in one of the nation's most revered public spaces. Turning to international relations, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, has clarified its position regarding member suspension. According to a NATO spokesperson, the organization has no mechanism to suspend or expel individual members. This statement came after reports from the news agency Reuters suggested that the Trump administration was considering suspending Spain from the alliance. The British Broadcasting Corporation, citing the NATO spokesperson, further reported that the alliance's founding document contains no procedure for either suspension or expulsion, reinforcing the message that such actions are not possible under current agreements. This development underscores the dynamics between the United States and its allies. In a major development concerning artificial intelligence and public safety, OpenAI Chief Executive Officer Sam Altman has issued an apology. Mr. Altman expressed his profound regret for the artificial intelligence company's failure to notify security authorities about suspicious artificial intelligence chats involving the alleged perpetrator of a deadly school shooting in Canada. In a letter to the residents of Tumbler Ridge, Mr. Altman wrote, "That is deeply regrettable to me." The 18-year-old suspect is accused of killing 8 people, 6 of them at a school, in the western Canadian town of Tumbler Ridge on February 10th. Among the victims were students, a teacher, and the alleged shooter's mother and stepbrother, who subsequently took her own life. This incident has raised critical questions about the responsibility of artificial intelligence companies in monitoring potentially dangerous user activity. Shifting back to domestic policies, the Trump administration has tightened federal death penalty regulations. The Justice Department will now permit firing squads for federal executions. This move expands the methods available for capital punishment at the federal level. President Trump's highly touted All Gold Card immigration program, designed for wealthy immigrants, appears to be struggling. The program, which offers United States residency for a $1 million investment, was unveiled with considerable fanfare last December. President Trump described it then as basically a green card on steroids. However, the Commerce Department now reveals that only a single visa has been sold to date. This contradicts earlier claims by Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, who last December boasted of $1.3 billion in visa sales within days. While Mr. Lutnick maintains that hundreds of additional applications are pending review, the current sales figures fall significantly short of the billions in revenue President Trump had promised for the U.S. budget. The Estes Gold Card was intended to replace the EB-5 program, which also offered green cards to wealthy investors. Furthermore, investigations into Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell regarding alleged exorbitant renovation costs at the Federal Reserve have been halted. District Attorney Jeanine Pirro, widely considered an ally of U.S. President Donald Trump, announced on the network X that she had instructed her office to cease the inquiries. She did, however, emphasize her readiness to resume criminal investigations should the facts justify it. This decision comes as the Senate Banking Committee reviews the nomination of Mr. Powell's proposed successor, former Federal Reserve Board member Kevin Warsh. Critics voice concerns that President Trump's candidate could undermine the independence of the world's most crucial central bank, though Mr. Warsh assures he intends to act objectively. The U.S. Federal Reserve remains an independent institution accountable to Congress. In a brief update, White House spokesperson Karoline Leavitt has gone on maternity leave as she expects her second child. She bid farewell to journalists at the White House on Friday, stating she would not hold press conferences for a while, but assured the press that they would be in very good hands with her team. Finally, President Donald Trump continues to issue threats regarding a charged takeover of Cuba. Anthropologist Katrin Hansing warns that the leadership in Havana might not easily tolerate such a move, hinting at potential resistance. This week has seen President Trump make impactful decisions domestically and internationally, from physical infrastructure projects to immigration policies and the justice system, alongside significant developments in artificial intelligence, accountability, and global alliances. What's your take on Trump Refurbishes Lincoln Pool, NATO, OpenAI in hot water? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.